everyone, it's Teresa, and today I've got a fun video for you. It's all Modern Farmhouse, and we are just gonna jump right into it. Make sure you stick around though, because there's gonna be some information about a giveaway. So we're going to start with one of these frames off of a canvas. It's actually an 8x8 canvas. I got it from Joann's. I already filled in any of the little holes and sanded it all down. I used one of these canvas frames in another DIY a few weeks, maybe a month ago. I'll link it for you below just in case you're interested in checking it out. But what we're going to do is we're going to use some of these little stick-on like wall tile things. They're from Target. I got it in the dollar spot. You can easily find all kinds of things similar to this if you go on through Amazon and just look up wall tiles is basically it, like stick-on wall tiles and or wall decals or tile decals or something. So they work pretty nicely because they definitely stick to things, but like as I was sticking it on this piece of foam board that I got from Dollar Tree, it's really easy to take it off. Maybe not easy. Easy is not the right word, but you can take it off without ripping apart your project. So it's just, they're really handy and I absolutely loved them. I wanted to use them in like every DIY today. So once I've gotten my little square, I'm gonna go ahead and just cut out that whole thing. Don't drop your X-Acto knife. And I'm just doing a really rough cut right now because I didn't feel like getting my big piece of my big cutting mat out, so I'm just using this little one that I got from Dollar Tree. For the longest time I couldn't find it. It was like lost in like some cavern of my closet or something. So I was so excited the other day I found it, and it's just so much easier than a big one, you know what I mean? So we obviously already painted the frame itself white. This is Adirondack white from Folk Art, and I'm just kind of checking to see like where I need to cut off the foam board. I want enough area left around the decal, that way I can glue it down. I'm gonna just hot glue it down. Nothing, nothing tricky, but you want to have enough area to glue. And I probably should have left a little bit more on the top and bottom. So just in case you end up doing a project like this, I would suggest leaving a little bit more space for glue, because I do end up getting a little bit of an overrun. And I feel like I do that all the time. I don't know if it's like, because obviously on this one I'm using my big glue gun, but I feel like I do it a lot and I need to be more careful about it. So I just glue that down as easy as it can be. I mean, how much easier of a DIY can you get, right? But we're not done yet. So you can obviously stop here if you like this. I really thought about it, to be honest. I thought like this was it. I was done. But then I saw this, and I'm going to use one of these little cathedral windows from Dollar Tree, taking off the front part, and I already unscrewed it. That little tip came courtesy of Sammy from Unicorn Dust Designs. I will link her channel for you below. And I'm going to do another one of her little tips from it here in just a moment. Since I removed the back, I am going to add some wooden dowels to the backing of it as well. Again, tip from Sammy. I mean, that's the one thing I love. It's like you can watch these videos and make a completely different project, but you get lots of great tips from watching all of your friends here on YouTube. So thanks, Sammy, for the wonderful tip. So I'm just going to glue that one down. Obviously, the bottom one, I'm not too terribly worried about the size. The top one, we're just going to go ahead and cut down so that you don't see it using my handy dandy miter shears. I will have them linked for you below as well, should you be interested in taking a look at them. Anytime I have like tools and stuff that I use on a regular basis, I will link them for you below. If it's an Amazon one, it is an affiliate link and it doesn't cost you anything extra if you use it. And if you don't want to use it, that's okay too. So I did, like I said, I glued those onto the actual frame, and then I'll add my hot glue onto the actual sticks. And I'm trying to more or less like line it up in so that middle part of the window is in the middle. And I'm going to use a little wood round thing. I think I got it with like a wood burning kit that I still haven't used the wood burner. And I'm going to use this rub-on transfer from Dollar Tree that just says family. And I'm just trying to keep this kind of simple. And then a couple of the little pieces off of the rub-on transfer set that's like the eucalyptus and stuff from Dollar Tree. So I'm keeping it pretty neutral, you know. This, I don't know, at first I thought I was going to keep it, then after I made it, I was like, you know, maybe I'll give this to my mom. She really likes like the black and white stuff, so it might be going to her. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. So we're just going to put all of those down, and I like to use the back side of my little mask applicator, which I don't use it for that. Obviously, I use it for hot glue, but it seems like, in my personal opinion, that has been the best thing to actually push down all of the rub-on transfers from them. So once I've gotten it the way I am happy with it, we'll go ahead and put it on the front side of that window. Now, I was originally going to use the thing that was on it, but once I started painting it, the lettering on that is actually dipped down a little bit, so I couldn't really get it to work for me. So just an FYI, if you try to do that on the front side of it, just by painting it, it doesn't work. So here it is, all finished up. I absolutely love how this turned out. And we're going to be making a sign actually for my mom. I'm going to use this wood puzzle from Dollar Tree. Obviously, I'm not using the front puzzle pieces. We're going to use the back. And I just painted it all in Waverly chalk paint in ink. And I've got this lovely little hot bath sign that I printed off of my Cricut. I will have it linked for you below in Cricut Design Space. It is a font that I uploaded there, so you should be able to change it around like size-wise. But anything else, you'll have to download the font, which is just from the font called Magnolia. So I'll have that all down for you below. And now I'm going to use a little bit of this white cotton twine from Dollar Tree. I'm trying to stick with the white and the black on this one. So I'll just use a little bit of that, and I'm going to just glue it down into the corners before I add my paper backing, because obviously on the back side of this, it still looks like a puzzle. So I'm just going to cover it up with this. It's really thick. It's actually called chalkboard paper. I got it from Joann's on clearance. I think I paid like a little bit more than like $1 for a roll, and I have like 3 or 4 of them. So I have stocked up on these. I like these for that finishing touch, and I really like that it's black. It just kind of goes with everything, and it really goes with this project. So I couldn't have had a better option, you know. So I'm just going to glue obviously all the way around the frame. And once I'm done with the first 2 sides, I'll do the other 2 sides at the same time. And then I'm just going to trim it up. I didn't need to show you that. So I'm going to take a little bit of my same white chalk paint that I used in the beginning and just kind of brush it on a little bit, because I scraped it up just a little here and there when I was putting everything on it. So I was like, well, let me make it look like a chalkboard a little bit more. And of course, I got too much in one spot. I tried to go back and use like the brush that had, you know, the black paint on it originally. That didn't work. So I just keep like, well, let's see, how many times can I mess this up? So finally I'm like, just stop being lazy and get a new brush with some black paint on it and go over it a little bit. So it's all ready to go. And of course it needs a little bathtub. I got that one from Dollar Tree. I saw another YouTuber had done a little project with that, and I was like, that is adorable. I definitely need it. I'm going to link her channel down for you below as well, so you can check her out. And I don't know why, but her name escapes me right now, and I will find it for you though, but I will definitely link it for you here, and then also in the cards up on the top right. So I'm going to add just a little piece of wood on there because I need it to sit a little bit more flush. And that was just a scrap piece of wood that I glued on there. And then I'm gonna also add just a little bit more with one of those little domino sets, just to give it, again, just a little bit more area for that wood, for that glue to sit on, make it a little bit easier to have that flush with my sign. I'm just trying to figure out, you know, where to put it. So here we go. It's all finished. It's really cute. She's gonna love it. She just is gonna love that for her bathroom. And guess what? It's time for a giveaway. I'm going to be giving away a $20 gift card to Amazon. All you have to do is comment on this video here, and if you want another entry, make sure you go over to my Instagram account, follow me, and comment on the picture you see right here on the screen. Everything is going to close on the 23rd of 2021, and I'll announce the winner by responding to your comment with some extra instructions. And now we're going to get back into the crafts. So we're going to start with a little palette from Dollar Tree and some more of those stick-on tiles. I told you, I love them. I could have used them in every single DIY this time around. I'm gonna stick it down. It could definitely stick down by itself, but I wanted to get a little bit of extra hold, so I'm just gonna give it a good coat of some Mod Podge just to make sure it's not gonna go anywhere. I do intend to use these, so I want to make sure that it stays where it's supposed to. So once you've gotten it nice and lined up, I am gonna just, I peel it back just so I can add the Mod Podge. I didn't want it to dry while I was doing it, so I figured I would just kind of add it as I went. Then you're just going to smooth everything out, and I'm going to remove all of the excess stuff around the outside and all of the excess on the little like indent parts of the plank, if that makes any sense to you. You know, the little parts that are open. I thought about leaving them, and I was like, no, I want the water to have somewhere to go, as far as, you know, from like the beverage. And when you're doing that, obviously you're going to make really good care that you get the outside part. But when you're doing that, you just basically use your little craft knife and stay as close to the wood part as possible, just, you know, a slit on down. And you can kind of clean it up as you go. If you shave off a little bit of the wood, I wouldn't be too worried about it. And I even thought like maybe I should lay it down, cut it, and then lay it down and cut it, you know, to keep the same pattern, you know, to keep it without a break. And I decided that that would take forever. So here it is. I think it looks just fine like that. So we're going to coat that in some dishwasher safe Mod Podge. Obviously I'm not putting these in the dishwasher, but I felt like that might be a little bit better for water. I don't know. You guys will have to let me know. Is there a difference as far as like waterproofing stuff? When you do your Mod Podge though, make sure you cover all of the perimeter of the design too, so no water gets like underneath it. And I have some cork from Dollar Tree. I went ahead and roughly cut it in the shape of the openings on the bottom side. Kind of got this little tip again from Sammy. I tell you what, guys, you need to go check her out if you aren't already, you know, subscribe to her. She covered the entire bottom with cork. We're doing like this double-sided cork, and I decided I just wanted to do it on the little insets. So I cut out my cork, kind of found, you know, got it as close as I could, and now I'm just going to trim off because, of course, when I put it together, I didn't put it together very well, but it happens, right? It's going to be on the bottom, so I'm not terribly worried if it's, you know, a little bit janky. It's not the end of the world. So just going to put down some glue so it has something to hold on to. You could probably, if you're really good at cutting it, you can probably even get away with not doing that, to be honest. I'm going to do it to each of those little opening areas on all of my coasters. So here it is. I'm just finishing up that last little one and making sure nothing falls out. It doesn't go anywhere. And then here they are all finished up. I really like them. They're just, you know, just a little touch of something. So next, this is kind of a cheating one. It's not exactly a DIY, but I have this little tier tray from Target. I took the plates come off, the bottom little rubbery thingamajiggers come off. So I am just going to do a coat of matte black spray paint. I did a clear coat too, just to give it a little extra hold. And there it is. It's perfect. It's like $5. Super easy to switch over to the black. Here's all of today's projects. Love the way everything turned out. And I really am so appreciative of all of my new subscribers. I hope if you have not subscribed and you're new here, please leave a comment below introducing yourself. I'd love to get to know you. And also please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Don't forget to enter into the giveaway.